We have some kick butt lines from Alabama. Yes, the track was tamed down. In this section, you've got Sexton, who does a spectacular wheelie out of a rut to stay low and soak everything up. This was originally supposed to be a checkup jump, but because of the rain, they changed it. Watch what he does as he comes in, sets up, he's leaned over. Cooper is in front of him. Justin, that is. Wonderfully done. Here, we'll watch that again, and I'll put it in slow motion. Very smooth. Sexton reminds me of Kevin Windham, the style that he rides. Maybe it's just because he's a little bit of a taller dude and he's a stronger guy, but wheelies out of this sucker. Back wheel stays in the rut, able to just manual over. Impressive. Why not compare to the eventual winner, Jett Lawrence? Watch what he does. Same technique. However, there's one thing that I see that he does differently. As he comes through here, he's going to wheelie over, soak it up, and then he's not going to use any brakes. Notice, he's on the clutch. His pointer finger is on the front brake. It's extended in case he needs it, in case that front wheel is going to jump out of the rut. He can get it to fall back in. Watch his rear foot as well. It is sticking out. He is not on the rear brake. He is coasting through the whole corner, lands, and then starts accelerating. No brakes. Impressive. Later in the main event, he switched it up where he was doubling into that rut, which brings back memories of his perfect season in outdoors last year. Small wheelie, but then jump, land sitting down, accelerate. Fast forwarding just a few seconds, we have him do the Tomac drift where you're just whipping the ass end around to square up the corner. Look at that brake slide. Lands, sits down, slides that rear end and accelerates and gets out of the deep rut at the top and squares it up down below. Watch it in real time. Woo-hoo-hoo, that's pretty to watch. And there was really only one big rhythm section, but I want you to pay attention to Deegan and how he adjusts where he's going to land and what rut he's going to pick in the air. He does it on the fly. And this is what makes these Supercross tracks so scary, is jumping and knowing, I got to land. And how do these guys land in this stuff? Well, they don't think about it. They just accelerate, and the bike picks a line, and they see it being smooth. Right here, he has changed his trajectory, where normally it appears that he's going for this guy, but at the last second, you can see his front wheel, and he's somewhat whipped, is he's landing, and he goes, nope, I'm not picking that one. He's just a little bit off-centered, where that ascent has the potential to get cross-rutted, but he's accelerating, so it's able to find right away and fall in line in that rut. Could you imagine getting cross-rutted in these suckers? Would be terrifying. But he picks it right on the fly, and he's not able to triple again because of the last-minute decision here. He might have been able to sit down and set up and seat bounce and triple this if he wasn't picking a different line in the air. Watch how fast he picks it. That same section, we saw riders like Jett Lawrence over jump. Notice how his front wheel is actually going to land in the bottom of one of those ruts. He's not going to downsize it smooth. Lands in the rut, and then he accelerates and is able to triple again. That's what's so impressive, is could you imagine trying to wheelie into the face of these things where that front wheel lands because you're over jumping the triple? The amount of technique and experience and faith in the motorcycle is unheard of. And a lot of these riders end up doing this, but it's something that nobody points out. Look at him. Hits that rear brake. He's starting to put the front end down, and then he accelerates again and lifts that front wheel up and lands halfway in the G. If you're looking for more content, make sure you subscribe to Coach Rob Beam's YouTube channel. He's got a new podcast. First episode is Navigating Amateur Motocross from Minis to Vets. He's got a lot of educational information on his channel, from becoming a better rider to fitness to nutrition. The link is in the description. The last example, we have Tomac. As he sits down, seat bounces, then sits down again, and seat bounces to get over both of them. Couple different techniques here. As he's sitting down, explodes. And the second one is more impressive because it almost seems like he gets a acceleration from the transition. And I don't know if he's clutching it or not. I can't see because of the integrity of the broadcast. But it looks like he is able to accelerate. He just does his typical Tomac super speed turbo boost and is able to get over it. Watch that second one. Compresses that motorcycle and just makes it over it clean. But he's not over jumping like Jett was. And if you find this content entertaining, make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification icon. I do this every week. The MXGP guy, Tom V. All, watch him as he goes around the corner that Deegan took out Cody Schock. He's going to go through the big rut, but at the last second, he's going to jump out so he can actually make the triple. And the bike almost falls back into that rut, but it's not in the deepest part. Just MXGP technique. You're going to hop out of the rut. His body is leaned over so that he is drifting around, accelerates, stands straight back up, able to make it happen. Appreciate you guys watching until the end of the video. Till next time, keep it WFO, bro.